My name is Xin Chen, and I was born here in the States, but I was born in New York. So when I was 3 months old, I had to be sent to China because no one was able to take care of me because my parents were busy. And I came back, so my first language was like the Chinese dialect and then Mandarin Chinese. And so when I first came back to America when I was like almost 5 years old, it was very like different than in China. I wasn't used to the food. I didn't know the language. Everything just seems very different and like very strange to me. But like at least my parents were there, and so I'm gonna talk about like my first experience there and like my language barrier basically, because my parents doesn't really speak like they don't really speak English well, so I just mainly use Chinese at home, and so I went to school without like knowing any English basically, and I didn't really have any friends because I couldn't talk to anyone. But I remember like really well like my first day of school trying like the different milks because in China you just drink like white milk because in China we had like milk delivered to my grandma's like door and we would boil it and drink it, and so drinking cold milk was weird for me too. And so at home we usually get the whole milk in the bottle would be in the white gallon and like with the red label on it, so I would just remember that it's white and has red label. But I went to school, first of all I thought all the food were nasty. The burger tasted weird and tastes like the ones in China, and everything just seemed weird for me to use. And I didn't really use forks when I was in China either. My grandma always fed me with like chopsticks and spoon, and so that was my experience using like fork on the first day of school. And I had the first day I tried strawberry milk because I remember the carton was pink and I was like, pink, it must be similar to like the red one at home. And so when I tried it, it was just disgusting to me. I mean, I'm fine with it now, but at first I just didn't know what the heck that was. And then the second day, I was like, all right, so the pink one didn't work. I'll try the brown one. And then the brown one was chocolate milk, which I also spit out because I didn't know what that was. And then on the last day, I tried the blue one, which was I think either 2% milk or skim milk, but that didn't work either. But I will remember that like um, it was just really different than how it was in China. And like I remember people would like take advantage of me because I couldn't speak the language when I was in kindergarten, because I was using a marker that day, and then this girl just took it from me, but I didn't know how to like tell the teacher. I just came up to my teacher because in China you just say 老师 as teacher, you don't say like miss or mister whatever really. And so I just went up to my teacher, I was like, teacher, teacher, and I just pointed at the girl and I couldn't even like tell her what was wrong with me. And so being able to like it took about a year to 2 years to really get like fluent for me for English. And so yeah, that was my language barrier portion. And I don't know, I'm used to it now because going back to China feels a little weird for me now since I've been here for so long, but I like it here now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So your name and then one liner.
Xin Chen, and my story was about my first experience in America when I was like 5 and language barrier.